the whole buy now, pay later sector is in free fall today, with Zip dropping 12% shortly after open and AfterPay dropping by around 8%. In today's video, we're going to discuss why buy now, pay later stocks are so volatile and why 10, 15 or even 20% swings are so common in this sector. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It will really help out the channel so I can keep bringing out content just like this for you guys. Now, let's get started with the video. The entire buy now, pay later sector has seen some very impressive growth. This graph shows just how much these companies have grown since their March lows just a few months ago. Based on today's prices, we have seen a growth of around 800 to 1,200% across the whole sector, which is absolutely crazy. And this was why I thought AfterPay was overvalued in my previous video. If we take a look at the impressive growth by some of the biggest tech companies around the world, such as Amazon, Facebook, and Tesla, we can see a growth of around 100 to 500%. While these numbers are impressive, it is nothing compared to what we have seen across the buy now, pay later sector. The success in growth has become one of the reasons why it is so volatile. A company can't experience 1000% growth in 5 months without some pullbacks. And this is one of the many reasons why buy now, pay later companies react so strongly to positive or negative news. Another reason why buy now, pay later shares are so volatile is because of how new this whole industry is. AfterPay was the first in the industry and they only started 5 years ago. As with all new businesses, it can be very hard for investors to price it accurately without seeing the full potential of the business, as well as the competition and the legality issues that the business might run into. And because of that, we are seeing huge rallies and corrections whenever news comes out. This is because investors are trying to price in the new information and give these companies an accurate valuation. And I believe we will keep seeing this kind of short-term volatility as these businesses try to establish themselves in the current markets and markets of expansion. And that brings us to the next topic, and that is competition. It doesn't matter which company you look at, whether it's AfterPay or Zip or Sezzle or Splitit, all of these companies have amazing management teams and they are always innovating to try to create a competitive edge over its competitors. As a result, whenever these companies come up with an innovative way to improve their business model, it sends their shares soaring and cause investors to sell its competitors' shares in favor of theirs. And this brings us to the final point that I want to discuss with you guys, and that is speculation. I personally follow a lot of stock forums on Facebook, and you can't go a single day without seeing someone post something about AfterPay to the moon, or Zip to 20, or someone posting a screenshot of their 15% gain on their portfolio. Most experienced investors will understand why having so much of your money in a single industry is so risky and the need for diversification. And the worst part about this is that most of these investors have little experience in investing in the stock market, and they have no idea how to value or research a company, and they simply buy based on their emotions and the fear of missing out. Let's go over some examples of these posts. Some of these are actually quite funny. The first one is quite funny, and I believe it is true to an extent. And then there's this one. There are just so many things wrong with this picture. This person purchased Zip shares 6 times in 2 hours, and I assume the platform that they're using is ComSec, meaning they've spent $120 in 1 day on brokerage fees. As most experienced investors will know, brokerage fees really eat away at our profits, and we should try to avoid it as much as we can. This person seems to be quite new to investing and buying purely on emotions. And here we have someone saying Zip could reach $4 by the end of the day. This shows just how emotionally involved these new investors are. With that said, it doesn't mean the buy now, pay later industry is doomed to fail. I do believe that these companies have a good business model and strong management teams to back it up, and they will do very well over the long term. But as long as there are speculators involved, we will see volatility in the short term as they drive up prices when they see good news and panic sell at the sight of bad news. And now to the big news. PayPal has decided that they now want a piece of the buy now, pay later pie, and they have announced their very own interest-free product. This is huge news because it is a big threat to the existing players in an already very competitive space. PayPal is entering the space with the introduction of their newest service called Pay in Full, which offers the option for its customers to buy something between $30 to $600 and pay that off in 4 installments over 6 weeks, which is similar to what is offered by the existing companies. However, PayPal will be undercutting its competition by not charging any additional fees for the merchants or consumers for using their service. Customers will only be charged a fee of up to $10 if they are late on their payments. This is very concerning for all the buy now pay later companies because of how established PayPal is in the online payment space. With nearly 70% of online consumers with PayPal accounts, this will become a direct rival to AfterPay, who is already established in the US, and Zipco, who is planning to expand into the US market. And that brings us to the end of the video. What do you guys think? Is PayPal's announcement going to send AfterPay and Zip shares further into the red? If you got value out of this video, please return the favor by liking and commenting and subscribing for more content just like this. I'll see you guys next week.